Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm actually extremely excited about today for a couple of reasons. One, the red truck's back here in the shop. The engine should be done here really quick, and we're gonna get wrapping on this thing just because spring's around the corner. We're in our weird limbo slow point in the year, slowest point anyways. Right after Christmas, right after New Year's, right before tax time, the calls and the yearly scheduling stuff for the spring is coming, and yeah, it's gonna get busy soon, so I'm hopeful that everything works out the way it should and I can get my vet done, the red truck back together, and the green card done. I know you guys have seen some progress on it, but it's really taking shape now. So it's close. I mean, I got a good month left in it, you know, wiring and cleaning up loose ends, and then we're gonna take it all back apart and paint the cage in the booth. So we'll paint the cage. We're gonna go with a nice, like, kind of a darker matte black. And then I'm gonna fill the clear coat. I'll do a couple of coats of clear, and I'm gonna just fill it with pearl. So a little bit of green, a little bit of gold, and a little bit of white pearl to kind of offset the green in the car. The car kind of has a lot of gold in it. But anyways, it's pretty gangster. We got titanium exhaust hanging out there. It's a real deal pro mod now, and I love it. So it's good stuff. Anyways, we'll update some more on the car. The reason for today's video is it's a little offset here. The phone's not right. Andrew Richards out of Zephyr Hills, Florida, makes the baddest carbon fiber wings on earth. I don't care what anyone says. He went out of his way. I had to do a little bit of begging, but I ended up getting him to make one-off carbon fiber wing for me, which he is now going to put in production since he has the molds for everyone else. And no joke, you won't find a better wing. This thing is amazing. I can't wait to see the finished product, and that will be here in, you know, however long it takes me to put it on. I just got it, so I mean, the quality, the layers, the pattern, it's very uniform, it's very nice, it's very light, and it's gonna look phenomenal on the back of this thing. So, although I'm here by myself right now, Andrew's running some errands before we get started on this. We're gonna knock this thing out as quick as we can today. I probably won't video the entire process just because it'll distract me, and I'm gonna focus on making it super clean and super nice. I'll go over some pointers once it's done if you guys need them. But for the most part, you get the idea. It's a wing. We got some carbon floor going on. We got some other goodies in here. The old cockpit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So anyways, I'll keep you guys updated a few minutes at a time. But for the most part, I'm going to get knocking this thing out because I don't want to mess anything up. Yeah, I'll do a little time lapse, I guess. My phone will be handy even though it keeps going off. But yeah, we'll get after it. Here we go kind of thing. So we put 2 bolts in it. We drilled the levelness there, we drilled her at the top of that, so it was nice and smooth and level and flat and blah blah blah. So we went every 2 inches on this. I don't know if it's too much or too little or however, but we went every couple of inches on it. So I wasn't gonna spend too much time on video so we could get this done. And of course, we've had people in and out all day, so now it's 3:30 and we haven't mounted anything, and I just finally drilled those screws. But anyways, figured at this point we might as well make a how to install a drag wing video on your race car or your street car that you call a race car or pro mod or whatever. And yeah, this one's from Andrew Richards in Zephyr Hills, Florida.
Not this Andrew.
Not that Andrew. Way cooler Andrew. No. So that was funny. Yeah. Anyways, we'll make a couple quick updates. We're gonna get flying on this since we're way behind schedule now, but it's gonna be awesome. It already looks cool. So we got everything taped off. It's probably a good idea if you have nice paint. You're definitely gonna scratch your car at least once, twice, or 5 times if you don't tape it off. You're just wiggling stuff around and you're dropping stuff, and especially if you're like me and you like to work at a fast pace, then you're gonna cause some issues somewhere. So tape it off, you'll be safe. Better safe than sorry. All right. So, boom. Every couple of inches, we used the blue tape as a straight edge and marked them off and drilled our holes to connect the sides to the top plate. And that sumbitch right there is 20 inches long. And that is not a fishing story. It's actually 20 inches long. So yeah, we'll move on to the next step with some more time lapse so you guys can kind of watch. All right. Getting that part going. Just drilled the hinges out. Sent Andrew down to the hardware store so we can get a bunch more of those small ones. I think I used too many in the side, or maybe I was supposed to use all short ones for back. He sent us plenty of hardware. Some bolts were a little longer and some are shorter, so instead of my OCD flaring and cutting some of those off to make them lighter, I'm just gonna get some more short ones. But yeah, see, we're drill right through the body. That's gotta be fun for some of you guys. I just got this Fox body-ish Camaro here, so we just drill all the holes we want. Super, super simple. But yeah, tons of little bolts, got to drill some holes. Super easy. I mean, it's just common sense. Kind of measure a couple of times, make sure heights in the front and the back are the same, and then run down through there and trim that up and get her to fit tight. And left a little gap on both sides. I probably should have tightened it up a little bit. I was like, I'll have a little gap, but to each their own, don't bother me none. Yeah. We'll keep plugging away at this. Hopefully we have it mounted in the next hour or so it would be done. Only took a couple, 2.5 hours all together probably. Just got distracted a lot, so we'll keep on moving. Okay, we got the back on it. We're moving on to the struts. And Andrew put a nice informative video on YouTube already where he shows that you have to basically file and sand down the little strut adjuster that you're gonna 5-minute glue to the inside of the rod, which is the same thing. He drills a small hole for like a Rosset in it and then glues and lets it set for 5 minutes. So right now we're just going to basically get this close to where it's at. I'll make the 4 rods and then we'll pick them back off and glue them, and that's actually the last thing we have to do. It's pretty sweet. So we'll keep moving on, and then when we're finished we'll take another clip really quick and go over everything we did. All right, finally finished her up. I was gonna record some a little while ago, and I decided I'd wait until I got the parachute mount mocked up and put that in there so we could see it all together in one piece, you know, kind of accent each other. That thing is so awesome. I'm so glad he made this thing for us. So, if you guys haven't seen on Facebook or anywhere on YouTube, Andrew Richards Performance Carbon stuff. He builds carbon wings and parachute handles, a bunch of little stuff like that. He builds like fuel tech and holly mounts, things of that nature. So he does all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, tons of sweet stuff for these cars. And this was the first one that he made for a 3rd gen. We had to kind of beg him for it, and he made it. And man, is this thing amazing! Even down to the carbon struts he made. Little billet CNC'd ARPC, Andrew Richards Performance Components. That thing is so sweet. So yeah, it's looking good. Pretty straightforward process doing these wings, just for people that haven't in the past, if they feel a little discouraged on it. It's a pretty easy process. Really helps with a helper. I've done it by myself, and it's a little bit more difficult. Obviously, you have to tape things up and hold things up and move things around, and it takes forever. So I had Andrew's help for a little while earlier today, and that helped out significantly, and we got her done. That ride height, it's just right.